All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. My name is Cheryl Sawyer. I'm an Emerald Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. But tonight I just wanted to go over just a couple little things, and then I'm going to open up for questions that I asked you guys to hopefully come prepared with. But you guys are welcome to ask anything you want. But really quick, I just wanted to note that convention is coming up. We're super excited. Convention is June 12th through the 16th in Vegas this year. It was open to 12,000 people. So we're estimating about 12,000 ambassadors and guests there. So we're super excited about that. The growth for convention is insane. I don't know if you guys saw the picture of where convention is being held, but it looks like a huge stadium. I think it's going to be amazing. So it's only going to get bigger from here. I think last year they had like 8,000 open. They opened to 12,000 this year, and they actually have about 1,500 on a waiting list, if not more than that. So there's about almost 14,000 people interested in going this year. So, and I know a lot of people stopped even trying to get on the waiting list because the waits were so long. So anyways, it's going to be super exciting. They have announced that there will be a new product or products and some great information and exciting things coming from corporate, and some things that they haven't really released yet, but really, really exciting stuff. It's really going to be a game changer. We will have big things planned for after convention. I want to do a big team meeting to talk about everything. We'll definitely talk about things on our weekly meeting as well, because I do know that we have quite a few out of state or out of town ambassadors on our team. So we'll go over that through a Zoom as well. I want to do a sip and see and discuss these new products. And I just want to get everybody excited because it's going to be great. So be on the lookout for those events being announced over the next couple weeks, because I do want to plan them before convention. That way everybody has time to plan and spread the word. They will also be announcing Leaders Retreat at convention, and you guys should be super excited about this. It is a contest that they run. It begins June 1st, and it usually runs through September 15th. There's a chance they might run it through September, but either way, it's June, July, August, and at least half of September. And it will be in October. This is a trip that you earn. It's not a trip that you can register for or purchase. You actually have to earn this trip. Usually in the past, it's been about 850 credits, and the credits run about like the convention contest. But again, at convention, they will release all the information for that. So we'll know more. You earn enough points to earn the trip. And then again, you can earn prizes just like you do at convention. The thing with Leaders Retreat is that you do have to get yourself there as far as traveling goes. But from there, hotel is paid for. They usually have a meal or two in there, some fun events, and they really go above and beyond to show their appreciation for us. They've done amazing things at Leaders Retreat. So get excited and know that every single person on our team can be there. That you could have an ambassador join you in July, maybe even August, and they can earn this trip. There are more, I would say, more lower level ambassadors ranks that make the trip than higher ones. Yes, there are going to be the jewels that make them because their teams are on fire, but a lot of the silvers and close to golds are the ones that earn it because their teams are on fire the most because they're newer and they're growing. So that's exciting because this isn't a trip. A lot of people think that it's all for the higher ranked ambassadors, but that's not true. The contest, it'll be about the new ambassadors joining your team, your PB, your new customers. So if you're working your business, this trip is for you. The next thing I want to talk about really quick is follow-up. Well, I know we talk about this a lot, but recently, over the last 6 months or so, I have noticed that I've missed out on a few of my potentials, and I've realized it's because of my follow-up. And when I say that, I think I'm doing my part. We talk a lot on our team about not being salesy and not being pushy. But at this point in my business, I'm starting to realize we kind of need to be a little pushy. we need to be a little more serious. For me, today, this is why I want to talk about it today. A potential of mine was posting about Plexus on Facebook, and I thought, oh, she obviously signed up. It wasn't under me. I went through and made sure that, maybe I missed her welcome email or something, but nope, she wasn't under me. So I messaged her and I just welcomed her and I said, hey, I'm so excited. I noticed that you're signed on to be with Plexus. I'm so excited for you. This is going to be great. And then we talked a little bit. She was like, I hope I can be successful with this. And I encouraged her. And there's no hard feelings. That's on me. That was on me that I didn't follow up with her. And the reason, I'll be 100% honest, the reason I didn't go to her enough was I don't like to be pushy. I don't like to be salesy. I don't want it to sound like it's going to benefit me. But I missed out on this ambassador, and she's doing great. She's excited. She's motivated to get out there and grow this business. And I just spent a weekend with her the beginning of May. And she talked about my Lexus and, things like that. But again, I held back because I didn't want to make it sound like, that it was going to benefit me. I want you on my team. I want you to sign up. I hesitate in that, and I've lost potentials because of that. So I just wanted to encourage you guys to evaluate how you're running your business. I'm one of the leaders that will always tell you it's your business. Do it what feels best for you. But just know from experience that being pushy and being salesy is okay here and there. Salesy is a little different than pushy, but being pushy is not the right word. Being consistent with it and just being passionate, wanting them to join you, wanting them to be on these products, wanting them to just get started. 90% of the time, if we can just get them to get started, they're stuck with us. They love it. There's going to be the few that don't, but it's getting them to officially start. So something I've said before is think about your personal journey and how many times you saw Plexus and how many times you considered it and how long it took you to actually sign up, and put yourself in their shoes and just think about that and just think, I need to let them know. I need to remind them about this opportunity. I need them to do this because I know that they will benefit. Yes, it will help us, but truthfully, we all want our friends and family to be successful with us. So don't be afraid to step out and say, hey, I know we talked Plexus, what's going on? I'm really excited. Don't sit back too much. And again, just be serious about getting them to join you and not be so consumed in the thought that, oh, she's probably going to think, golly, why is she messaging me again? And if the person does, then that's their loss, they're missing out on these amazing products. So don't be afraid to be a little more pushy and a little more consistent with your follow-ups with that. The next thing really quick that I get a ton of questions on, and I totally understand the confusion on this, so I want to touch base on this, is our comp plan. A lot of people don't understand our comp plan, and I understand the numbers are crazy. So I really quickly just wanted to touch base on the basics of our comp plan that every ambassador needs to know. And if you just get these few concepts down and don't worry about every little detail on the comp plan, the other details will come. But the main ones I want you to focus on are obviously our commission. We get paid 15% for anything over 100 PV up to 500 PV. So this includes your personal purchases and anything that goes through your duplicated website. So either your back office or your duplicated website, it is included in that 100 PV. So the first 100 we're not paid on, but after that 100 PV, we will begin earning commission. So after you hit 100, you get 15%. If you can get up to 500 PV each month or in a month, you're going to earn 25%, not 15, but 25% and over everything over 100. Your PV does restart on the first of every month. So that will refresh and you're back down to 15% in a sense. But as long as you understand that you get 15% on anything over 100 PV, and then if you do hit the 500 PV mark, you get 25% commission. The next big thing is our points. This is the next big way of getting paid, is growing a team. So when you begin to grow a team, any ambassador who joins your team and are considered active, which is 100 PV, they will give you points. So the main ones to focus on are your first 3 levels, levels 1, 2, and 3. So that means if I sign my mom, she's my level 1. If she signs her sister is now my level 2. And then if she signs her daughter, she's now my level 3. So it goes down the line. So 1, 2, and 3 are your levels that you're paid 5 points on. And that's once they get 100 PV. So it doesn't matter if they have 5,000 PV, 200 PV, whatever the PV is, as long as it's 100 PV. If they give you 99 PV, then they're not going to give you those points that month. And again, that does refresh on the first of every month. So we get paid on those points, and there's no way of really calculating the amount that we will get paid. It averages about $2.75 to $3. So when I'm calculating up points, I just naturally say $3 because it's easier. It's an easy number to calculate. But you are paid on those points. So you definitely want to earn points. That's by growing your team. You get paid on levels 1 through 7. The comp plan summary chart will break down the levels for you, but the top 3 levels are the ones that we get 5 points on. And when you have someone join your team from levels 1 through 4 and they purchase a welcome pack, you receive a bonus off of that welcome pack. So those are our weekly paychecks, which are the business building bonuses, which you'll see as BBB. Those are paid out weekly, and they are paid on the following Friday. So if I have somebody join my team today, I will get paid for that welcome pack next Friday. And the last big one is preferred customer bonuses. If you have a customer order from you and they order preferred, you will receive a bonus for the products that they ordered preferred, which means it's on an auto ship. You'll receive that bonus every time that order processes. It's not just the first month that they place that order. So that's on the preferred customer orders. And again, that's all broken down on our compensation summary chart. And I will repost that chart to our team page. It's really great. I'm one that's really good with numbers, so it doesn't really confuse me. But I know many people aren't very good with numbers, and I know it can be confusing. And because we get paid so many different ways, that alone is confusing. So if you ever have questions about the comp plan, feel free to message me. Feel free to message your upline. There's lots of comp plan videos. You can just YouTube search Plexus compensation plan, and there are tons of videos. There's the corporate video, and then there's multiple ambassadors with videos explaining the compensation plan. So definitely understand how you get paid. That way you know how to run your business in a sense. All right, so the last thing I want to talk about is something I'm really excited about. The last week or so, a friend of mine who is part of another MLM company posted something on Facebook, and as I was reading it, it really sparked my interest, and I thought this would be perfect for our team. So I'm going to read you really quick what she wrote and then explain what we're going to do. So she wrote, "I am starting a private group for the week. I will share about her company from the business side. I will be sharing about how I work my business, how much time I spend working on my business, and what is involved in the business day in and day out. I know a few of my ladies have been interested but unsure. Let me know by commenting below if you'd like to be added." So what she did was she created a private group, and I've contacted other Jewels to be sure this is compliant, and it is. So we're going to create a private group, and we're going to open it to the entire team, and anybody you're going to share, and I'm going to have this thing typed up for you. You're going to copy and paste that to your Facebook page, and you are going to invite your potentials that may be interested in the business to come be a part of this group. And we're going to go over everything there is to know about the business side of Plexus. We always do these sip and sees, but we've never really broken down the business side. I know as soon as I hit Emerald, multiple people were like, "Okay, look, you got me. You're doing good. Let me hear about this. How's this business side work?" some people aren't necessarily interested in the products, but they are interested in making extra money. Now we do say be a product of the product, but hopefully when they hear about our comp plan and how they might be able to get their products for free, maybe they'll be more interested in the actual product. But the goal of this page is going to be sharing everything about the comp plan. And this is going to be great for our team as well, our new ambassadors and us as individuals to learn more about our comp plan and get excited and hearing about how we can get paid. And we're going to be sharing diamond documentaries. I've actually teamed up with Dodie and Stephanie and Megan Garrity, which is an Emerald ambassador. She's close to Sapphire. Another Emerald ambassador. I'm going to ask Angel, our Sapphire, to help us out with this. We're going to have personalized videos for this group. So when I make my video explaining my financial testimony, I will say whatever the name of the group is and let them know that I made this video for them. I'm not just randomly sharing a video. This video is specific for this group. So we're really, really excited about this. We're going to be sharing testimonies from every single level, from silver, new ambassador, all the way up to diamond. Again, we're going to do the diamond documentaries. We're going to do comp plan videos. We'll throw in some testimonies from the products, things like that. But we're really excited about this because we feel like even if we only got 4 people interested out of this group, that's 4 new ambassadors on our team. And I think they will get more excited to hear how easy the business is. We're going to talk about our day-to-day work and what we did in the beginning and what we do now and everything there is to know about the business. So really excited to launch this. We are going to launch this on June 1st. We will start promoting this probably next Friday around the 27th, letting them know that the following week we will be running this page and starting this page. So it will run the 1st through the 7th. The 7th is actually a Tuesday. So we will dedicate that Tuesday on our Zoom meeting to the comp plan. And we will invite every single person that's on that page, including the non-ambassadors that are our potentials, to join us on this Zoom. And we will go over the comp plan. We'll answer any questions they have. It'll just be a live presentation of the comp plan at that point. So again, that will be June 1st through the 7th. We will type it up and get it all ready for you. I've already created the page for that. And it is a private group, so they will have to actually be added. They can't just join themselves. So we will definitely be on top of that and really excited. So that is all I have for that. And I just wanted to open for questions. So I'm thinking the best way for me to do this is for me to go down my line and ask if you have a question. If you don't, totally fine. But just let me know if you don't have one. So actually, Amy Mallory, I have you first. I'm going to unmute you. Amy, are you there?
Oh, yes, I'm here. Sorry. I'm off guard.
Do you have any questions tonight?
Okay, questions. I have a bunch in my notebook, but I'm good for now.
Good? Okay. All right, April Goosley or Gooseby. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say the last name. Goolsby.
That's okay.
Do you have any questions for me tonight?
No, ma'am, I'm good.
Okay, that's all right. All right, Christy Moats, I got you unmuted. Do you have any questions for me?
Sorry, you're hearing my scanner in the background. No, I was feeling bad because I don't have a question for you. Believe that?
Nobody has questions for me. You guys didn't do your homework.
We'll think of something in a second.
Okay. All right, Dawn Wilson, do you have a question for me?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Deanna Johnson.
I don't. I'm bad. Sorry.
You're fine. Deanna, I will tell you that you've been on my one screen that I've seen this whole meeting. I've been talking to you this whole meeting, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
All right, let's see. Dodie, do you have any questions or any comments?
Hey, I don't. I'm good.
Jessica Jordan.
I said I'm good.
What'd you say? I can hear you, but I can't understand you.
I said I'm good.
Oh, okay. Jessica Sermon?
I do, actually.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so you and Dodie both worked, right? I don't know if you still do, but how did you manage time between everything? That is one of the biggest things that I'm having an issue with. I mean, you know that I have the two businesses, and I have had, like, I structure everything so good, and I feel like I still can't get everything that I need done in a time or reach out to the potentials that I need to. And I mean, I feel like there's more that I could be doing and I don't have the time to do it. So what did you guys do? Because I know you guys were working too.
Okay, well, to be honest, both of us were stay-at-home moms, but we ran a photography business.
Okay.
So we didn't have like set hours with the photography. It would just be, when people wanted a session.
Yeah.
So we were both stay-at-home moms at the time. And I know, just because I know your business a little bit, I know how thorough you are with things. So I think that's where it's taking up more time for you because you are so thorough, whatever that word is, with the way you do your businesses. For me, my suggestion, and I'm not sure if we've talked about this before, is just having a daily goal as far as Mondays might be your follow-up, whatever day you want, but follow up on one day, doing the Zoom where you can, not the Zoom, I'm sorry, the buffer where you can have your things posting, but setting up certain things on certain days so that on Monday you're not freaking out that you haven't followed up with somebody because you're going to follow up with them on Thursday because Thursday is when you're dedicated to follow up. That seems to be the best way that I've come across, just knowing that I don't have to stress about something today because I know it's going to be done on a certain day of the week. But again, that's going to be on a personal level for you and what works with your time. I do know for me, I worked a ton. Sorry, my thing is dinging. I worked a ton in the beginning of my business to where I probably didn't sleep that much because I was just excited and fired up about it. So even if I went to bed, I was laying there thinking about Plexus the whole time.
Been there.
Yeah, so time management wasn't the best for me in the beginning. But again, for me, it didn't matter because I was at home and it wasn't interfering with other things. So I think the biggest thing is figuring out your hours that you are available to work it. I don't know your schedule. If you want to talk to me more personal on your time as far as, here's my schedule. What do you think I could do? You can message me and we can figure that out. But I think my suggestion would be being organized with a day-to-day task, and having your daily goals as far as your income producing activities where it might only take you 15 minutes in the morning to quickly do that and know you did your job for the day and not stress throughout the whole day that you still need to do your stuff.
Because that is how I feel right now. And I have the same thing as what you did. I can schedule myself. It's just I feel like I'm running in circles because I can schedule myself. I almost feel like if I had an hourly job that it would be easier.
Yeah, I agree.
I've said because at least I know that at 5 o'clock I'd be leaving and I would really be leaving, whereas my businesses follow me. So
yeah, I said that before with others. I'm thinking, well, yeah, it's probably easier because like what you're saying, you're gonna have your lunch at 12:30. Like me, that was the issue with block for me. I didn't know what time I was eating lunch, so it's like all of a sudden it was time to eat, and I was like, I didn't hit my block. But I don't know.
We will talk because I think that would help me. I think it would relieve stress on my mind, and maybe I would get more done.
And I'll tell you, from every single angle in life, if you know what you're going to do, it's less stressful. So if I know that in the morning I'm doing this, this, and this, instead of waking up and saying, okay, what order am I going to do things in? What should I do first? Should I do this today or should I do it tomorrow? You waste the 10 minutes trying to figure out what you're going to do. If you could have just known what you were going to do, you would have been done.
Exactly.
So we can figure out the best income producing routine for you, and we can go from there and see what we can get done.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Jody, do you have any suggestions on that? I know she's muted. I unmuted you, Dodie. Do you have any suggestions on that? Oh, she may have stepped away. Mute her back. Okay. Well, we'll find out. But yeah, we'll talk.
Okay.
Thank you for your question. All right, Kelly Mullins, do you have any questions for me?
Nope, I'm good tonight.
All right. You're welcome. Lee Glosson, do you have any questions?
Okay, so you may choose not to answer this, but inquiring minds want to know.
Okay.
We want to know, how big exactly is the Emerald bonus pool right now?
I will answer that for you, but do know that be private with your compensation.
Right.
You know that. Everybody knows that. Okay, so the pool is going down slightly because the jewels are so big. But right now it's running about 16 to 1700.
Okay.
So it's exciting. It's nice extra chunk, and then your growth in points is so big at the when you hit Emerald, you're like, oh my gosh, your paycheck's huge. So yes, it's very exciting. And I'll say that I don't know Diamond Pool, but I do know Sapphire Pool is about the same. So about 15, 16.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Was that all you had?
That's it.
All right. Lisa Holland, do you have any questions?
I just have one. I've had a couple of people that were interested in joining. I went through everything with them, did just like anybody else would do, but for some reason wasn't able to close either deal. And one was just a couple of nights ago. I mean, she was like so close. So I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong trying to close the deal, or if everybody else is having the same issue. If you have any suggestions on how to get it closed.
Give me a little bit of an example. Like, so this one person you're specifically talking about, was she saying that she's going to do it?
She was ready, but when she started asking about the cost, she confronted me and asked me if I had any promotions going on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told her that I had a promotion where she would get the $34.95 reimbursed if she joined as an ambassador. And I broke it all down for her, the retail, wholesale, preferred, how she would benefit, more from the wholesale. She was ready, and then when I started giving her the cost, she just retired, and so her money's limited. She had me break it down per product, which helped her. I never could get that because it seemed like it was easier to get when you're, I guess, buying it wholesale. She wanted all the breakdown. And then she's like, I want to think about it, because I told her about the 100 PV she would have to meet. And she's like, well, I'm fixing to start a business this summer of my own, and I really don't have time to put the time into this business, but I still want to take the products.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just trying to close the deal out, get her on as an ambassador, have her wholesale. It didn't happen.
Okay.
So
I think on that one, I personally say don't give up, because it sounds like she just in that moment wasn't into it, but she hasn't given up on it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So definitely don't give up on her. Follow up with her, be consistent with her, and just check in with her as far as day-to-day things, not always Plexus, but just checking in with her, keeping a conversation going, building that relationship. But there's not a magic thing to say. It's really a base or what's it called? Situation. Well, I can't think of, but it's like each individual thing is different. I can't think of my words right now. But I would just encourage you to keep up with it, follow up. It sounds like you did everything that I would have done in a sense. It's case by case. That's what I was trying to say. But there's not really a magic wording. I know a lot of people think, or they hope there is, in a sense, or like, maybe I'm not saying something right. But I think for me, my biggest thing has always been to stay true to yourself. So I would never really want to guide you in a sense of you need to say this, because if it's not you, then they're not going to connect with that, because they connect with you. So just be consistent with it. Yeah, I don't think there's really, maybe even if you want to add, well, she kind of gave you an explanation, but I was going to say, kind of ask, okay, I know you were excited about this, but um, is there a reason that you haven't jumped on board? And then trying to see what their hesitations are so that you can talk to them about their hesitations. I think you did great by telling her about the 100 PV. I know a lot of people are hesitant to say that because they know a few people will fall off from that. They'll think, ooh, I can't do the 100 PV. But reminding them that there's not a huge difference between preferred and wholesale. So if you can get them to sign on as anything, it's going to be beneficial because you're going to get commission from it either way. Preferred, you're going to get the bonus. And then maybe if she likes the products, then she'll realize the potential of the business and being able to share from there. So don't always feel like you have to push the business. And I think it's great that you offer to do the $34.95. We do that a lot. But don't feel like you have to give these people incentives. Some people actually won't take it as serious if we do incentives all the time. So that's, again, a case by case. I think we can get desperate in our business because we want to grow. And so for you and her, she said, well, what incentives are you having? So you felt like, oh, I got to do something because I got to set this hook and get her in. But don't feel like you have to be doing those incentives. The people that will join you that don't do incentives and that really want this will be the ones that are your go-getters and the ones that will do great with this business. Incentives are great. Do them here and there, and never let that, don't make me tell you not to do incentives because I do them all the time. But just think of that when don't feel pressured to do incentives if you're not open to doing that. But again, no magic words, but be consistent with it. Follow up with her. And again, if you feel like there's some unanswered things there, ask her. She might be open to tell you. And again, some of her hesitation or some of her doubt may be false, and you can help her understand that that's not how it works. Or if she says the 100 PV is her thing, let her know that she can turn it off if it doesn't work out. Or encourage her to find 2 to 3 people that want to do it with her so that she can earn commission and help pay for her products. If she finds one triplex customer, if she doesn't want the products 1 month, she's still going to have the 100 PV. So again, it's being able to talk them through their hesitations and their doubts, and getting them to better understand it.
And it's so hard to talk to them, like on Facebook Messenger,
Yeah.
versus on the phone. You can say more if you're on the actual phone with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'll see if I can get her phone number and try it that way.
Yeah, that'd be good. Or even just meet up for coffee or whatever she can figure out.
I can't do that because she's in South Georgia.
Oh, okay. Maybe
Yeah.
even see if you can do a Zoom account one day, or a Zoom meeting with her one day. Do a 3-way with your upline. Those seem to help. The voice notes on the tech or on the Facebook are great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I agree. For me, I've almost gone 100% voice notes with my potentials and commenting people with everybody because, like you said, and you can tell I'm a talker in a sense. Like I give a lot of detail. So for me to type all that, I'm like, I've lost you because I've lost myself. Like
Mm-hmm.
way too much reading. So I agree on the voice for sure. It helps. Yeah.
Thanks, Cheryl.
You're welcome. All right, Sue, do you have any questions?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
What one thing did you begin to implement within your business, within your team, that you saw the greatest response from your team?
So from the team.
At what level was that?
There's probably different things at every level, to be honest. I think when Dodie and I started doing these meetings and being consistent enough with the team as far as a weekly meeting, or at one point we went down to bi-weekly. For one, it helped keep us accountable for doing things with our team, and it just helped connect with people, to put a face with people and things like that. Incentives really did help my team a lot, but again, that's a personal thing if you can afford incentives or not. But I did do incentives quite a bit. And changing up the incentive, not doing just $34.95 reimbursement. Sometimes $17 reimbursement is one of the biggest ones that you'll get a response from for whatever reason. Doing cups for new ambassadors that join the team, then you get 100 PV or a welcome pack. Little gifts. It doesn't have to be these big cash incentives. It can be just a little Plexus keychain. It could. One time I did these Plexus measuring tapes for our measurements. Just looking on Etsy and typing in Plexus gifts and finding different little things like that to give away. Lots of drawings. Incentives were probably one of my biggest things that helped my team, and they still do. And I will say, there's been times that I've been hesitant on incentives because I'm giving out all my money in a sense, But it's really what helped me get to where I am. So if I didn't grow, I would have never made the income that I am now. So for me, it took me spending the money to make the money. But that's not for everybody. Incentives aren't for everybody. So that's probably my biggest thing, though.
Okay, I have a second question.
Okay.
All right, I have a customer who's been on the product for 3 months, and she's a very healthy person. She doesn't need to lose weight, and she keeps taking the product, but she keeps saying still no change. What do you say to somebody after 3 months? She's waiting to have a blood test done,
Okay.
but she keeps saying she doesn't see any change at all, and I don't see how that's possible.
What products is she on?
She's on the triplex combo.
Okay. And what kind of things was she hoping to feel or see?
Well, she was hoping to feel, see some kind of a change, but I don't know what, because she's a very active person. She's very active. She plays tennis. She hikes. She's not overweight at all. She just kept seeing all of my posts and saw what it was doing for people. And Lee and I had talked with her on the phone and answered some questions that she had, but she's still saying there's no change. We found out that she was having, at one time she had kidney problems, and she wants to see a difference in her cholesterol. So I just need to know what to say to her. She keeps saying, I keep following up with her, and she keeps saying no change.
Okay. This has less than a minute, so it might cut off on us.
Okay.
But again, I'm sure Lee's talked about these things, but watching her water, making sure she's drinking her water. Now, the physical things are going to be the hardest things to see if somebody doesn't really need it. So it's reminding her of the non-scale things. Are you sleeping better? Do you have more energy? Have you noticed a difference in your diet? Are you eating less sugars, which is another change in your diet? But the blood work will be huge for her, hopefully, fingers crossed. She'll know her blood work. But reminding her of the non-scale and non-physical things that she may be experiencing that she's not realizing unless you remind her. The energy, the sleeping better, and the diet changes are the biggest ones.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I'm sorry I rushed through that, but I know this is about to cut off.
That's okay.
All right, and Tabitha, you're my last one.
Yeah, I want to know what has been